welcome back to my channel. If you're new, welcome. I am Simone, the Moon Goddess. Hit that subscribe button, turn on that notification bell. Hindsight is just as important as foresight. So I thought I would do a little wrap up to see what lessons, whatever you would have gained, whatever you need to be aware of as you went through January and we moving into February. So this reading will be for the cardinal signs, Aries, Cancer, Libra, and Capricorn. May these messages be for the highest good of all involved, with harm to none. Remember, these are general. This doesn't resonate. It's not your message. The messages. What are the themes, the lessons for January, and what do they leave behind, and what do they take with them as they move into February 2023? That's the message. Okay. Cardinal signs indeed, right? Your card is discernment, my loves. Intuition, being very mindful, move forward is here as your foundation. Magic is at the top, and at the heart is healing. I just knew I was going to see this card. I thought it was actually at the bottom. Avoid dwelling on things, okay? First of all, especially with Capricorn, not to pick on you, Capricorn, but I feel like sometimes y'all could be so practical minded that you lose sight of the magic of life and the wonderment of life. And sometimes not everything can be justified in logic. Sometimes things are like, life is magical, and that's what it is, right? But generally for you cardinal signs, as you move forward, you really have to be able to trust your intuition, trust the synchronicities. All right, you're healing something that's hurt you, or some lesson that was really potent in January. In order for you to move forward in February, there is something that you need to heal. You got to be able to pick and choose. You got to be able to know what you take with you and what you leave behind. All right, and sometimes it's persons, places, things. Not everything can go with you, and not everything is as it appears. So you really have to take your time. All right, don't just charge forward. I know y'all are cardinal signs. Y'all kickstart everything. Aries, looking at you, but sometimes you gotta slow down. You have to slow down to move forward. Sometimes you got to go back to move forward. And perhaps that's what your lesson is. What did Mars retrograde teach you? What did Mercury retrograde teach you? Uranus just went direct as well. What are all these retrogrades? Look at those retrogrades and see what lessons they brought for you. All right, let's get some tarot cards and see what else comes through. Some more messages from the cardinal signs, spirit guides. Wow, you really can't make it up. Wow. My loves, give me one more, please. Thank you. What is that? I'm curious to see what this card is. The Five of Pentacles. All right. So all is not lost, all right, my loves. You have the Chariot, the Knight of Swords, and then the Knight of Cups. I mean, move forward. Talk about move forward. Look at this energy. So there's definite change. There's definite transition. There is whatever has happened had to happen to bring some balance, to show you where things were a little bit askew. Where you might have been pulling way too much weight, Libra, in order to create balance for other people. All right, there is this, and it's funny I said Libra, you got the Knight of Swords there. There is this sense of, I feel like as y'all move into February, there is this where you might have been dreading change, wanting change, but dreading it at the same time. Now it's like you're ready to face it. Now it's like you're ready to charge in. And also it's like you're able to see your strengths. You're able to see how resilient you are. you're able to see yourself in your fullness and your truth, and not what the situation or person might have been, or ideas that have been floating around about who you are, like the self-sabotage, or doubting yourself, or taking responsibility for something that wasn't even about you, in order to create a balance for others. You have the sun here under the Chariot. All right, so you're moving into something a lot more healthy. Another major card, the Star. Got the Sun, the Star, the Chariot. Wow. And at the heart is the Nine of Pentacles. I have so many chills as well. There's the Moon, the Page of Pentacles. It's so interesting that I was saying that you're also able to see yourself, truthfully see the truth in yourself, and see the value in yourself. And the Knight of Cups is right on top of the Star. Right? So it's also seeing the lessons. Maybe it's the retrograde again, something in January, showing you your truth and showing you how aligned you are. And it's allowing you to see that not everything has to be a force to be reckoned with. Not everything has to be even down to you to create, to initiate, to create that spark. Sometimes it's bigger, higher energies pulling strings, right? You're not out here doing things all on your own. You got your guides, your ancestors, and all of these energies around you supporting you. And sometimes things are just down to destiny. Things are just written in the stars. Sometimes it's your ancestors lining you up. So you do what you can do. You do your part and allow Spirit to do their part. Trusting the process of things. You charging forward. You're facing whatever you might have been avoiding in some way. You're facing this movement, this change. I'm even now clocking that the Chariot is Cancer's card. So you're facing perhaps your emotional self, trusting your intuition, facing your needs, not feeling guilty for your needs, and not feeling guilty about having your needs met. And that is what is allowing the goodness to come through. That's what's allowing things to manifest, to take shape, to take form. You're moving into the sun. It's like at the end of the movie, you see people walking into the sunset or walking into the sunshine, right? Into the light. Hang on, let me see what else I see here. So let me show you all 3 supporting cards. I don't remember if I showed you before. You have 4 major cards out of 6. That's amazing here. That's amazing. Sorry, 3 major cards. 3 major cards out of 6. 3 major cards. The Chariot, the Sun, and the Star. It's like whatever you've been avoiding, but you know that you need to take the step in order to get the ball moving, to move forward, to get the change that you've been calling in. It's like you're now able to see the joy in it. You're now able to, it's like if you change your perspective on it and think of it in terms through the eyes of a child, through wonderment and excitement, and thinking of it as adventure, that then shifts everything for you, right? Let's see. All right, so you got the Magician reverse and the Ace of Swords reverse. So this is what I was saying. I don't feel like if whatever this is you're thinking about, that this is for you to put power in. The only thing you to put in power in is moving forward, as the Oracle said. But there's nothing more for you. There's no more force. There's no force. Don't force. There's no force. You can't make things happen faster than they're supposed to happen, right? The stars will, however, you can't force the sun to rise faster than it does. You can't force the sun to set faster than it does. You understand what I'm saying? The Ace of Swords reverse is like, there's no more conversation to be had. The case is moot. There's nothing else. There's nothing else to discuss. All right, things coming full circle here. There's a completion happening. 9 of Wands. What's the final message? I really have strong boundaries. All right, 3 of Wands reverse. The Devil and the Page of Swords. All right, so the Devil, Capricorn. Are all the signs showing up here? No, we got Cancer. All right, 3 of Wands reverse. The Devil and the Page of Swords. So definitely going back to come forward. Sankofa type of energy. It's the reviewing. And oftentimes, all right, so we talk all about the retrogrades. We talk about, we do this, we meditate, we connect with nature, we eat well, we get lots of sleep. We do all of these different things to keep us grounded. But when we need to be grounded most, which is when we in emotional turmoil or chaos is happening, we lose sight of all of that. We flail instead of like holding on to all those spiritual tools as life preservers. That's why we practice. So that when we need when we are confused or stressed or sad or upset, that we have these structures to rely on. So hang on, I'm trying to feel, I get an energy of just trying to put it in words. You having to strip back and having to release something or cut a cord or move forward from something is allowing you to have a sense of control, so to speak, of your shadow, as in using your shadow to move into your light, to move towards the sun, and not letting your shadow spiral you out of control or have you like flailing out here, right? Accept the joy, accept and find the gift in having to go backwards so that you can go forwards, right? Having to review, to rethink, to replan, to all of these things that retrogrades ask us to do, so that we can be in control of our shadow and not have our shadow be in control of us, and also not falling into negative habits, being aware of negative habits, negative situations or negative connections, things that keep you going over and over, situations that don't serve you anymore, that are no longer you, that you don't even connect with, but you might have been holding on because a sense of comfort, a sense of familiarity, whether this is within you or with a situation, a place, a thing. All right, know what you're being presented with, not having to speak, not having to say anything, not having to explain yourself. You looking at it as a gift, because it really is. Now you realize I don't have to be the leader all the time, as in I don't have to initiate all the time. Y'all are the initiators, but sometimes how much of that is in balance and how much of that is not. You know what I'm saying? Like now the gift is, because I went silent, because I was quiet, because I was observing instead of speaking or interacting, now I can be clear on where my expression is. I can be clear on what I want to say, what I want to express, whether it's through conversations, through art, through your creativity. There's a sense of clarity. When you're clear, then you can receive clearly. When you're clear in your mind, in your in your sense of expression, then you attract that level of clarity. I hope I'm making sense. I hope I'm making sense. I hope y'all getting my message. The Nine of Wands is here. It was at the top before. It's not at the bottom, which is a reminder of clear boundaries, having clear boundaries. And this is not only with people, this is with yourself, and also this is with your energy. Like, where are you directing your energy? Because remember, wherever you focus is where your energy is going. Don't misdirect your energy. Don't misdirect your words. Use your words carefully. Choose your words carefully. Know when to talk. Know when to be quiet. Know when to come forward. Know when to observe and hold back and observe. Your sense of wanting to control things you're now able to control that, right? Your sense of wanting to control things, wanting to initiate, wanting to kickstart, you are now able to control that energy and not let it run away with you. You are able to control the chariot as opposed to the chariot controlling you. And that's what's allowing you to move forward in strength. That's it. We got there. You got the Five of Swords. So whatever, and there's that Five of Pentacles that I saw in the beginning of the reading. And there's the Tower. So Five of Pentacles, Five of Swords, and then the Tower. So whatever hurt you was a lesson. Whatever disappointed you was a lesson. It was allowing you to be able to call back your powers. All right, let's get a Moon card for you. Let's see what else comes through. A new romantic cycle begins. New moon in Libra. So we got Cancer showing up here. We got Capricorn showing up. Now we got Libra's card. Very clear. A new romantic cycle begins. You're very close to achieving your goal. Have faith in your dreams. Step out of your comfort zone. North Node. A new romantic cycle begins. Let's get a love card. Because, I mean, come on now. Give me some more messages for the cardinal signs. Make it clear, please. When it comes to love and relationships in general, whether romantic, platonic, whatever relationships, what's the message for the cardinal signs, spirit guides? What do they need to hear? All right, so you have separation. Time apart from your partner is on the horizon. So this has either happened already and you're all experiencing it, and there's this sense of moving forward, and a new romantic cycle begins. So this could be a new person altogether for some of you, or this is a new cycle. Remember, with relationships, there's a constant shedding. There's a constant life, death, and that's how the relationship expands and grows. You're constantly changing and growing closer together. So however it resonates for your specific situation, but separation is not necessarily a bad thing, because it allows clarity. It allows you to know, okay, these are my thoughts, these are my feelings. It's not shaded by anybody else's energy. When you're able to create a bubble for yourself where it's not enmeshed with anybody else's energy. When you remember I said, when you are clear in your expression, that clarity comes back to you. You have calling in your soulmate. Your prayers, affirmations, and visualizations help bring you together. So when you're clear about what you want, right, then that energy can come to you. Stay optimistic about your love life. Positive thinking and faith will bring you romance. And children, your love life is being affected by children. So, like I always say, and there are children here in this little mer children. So this is Leo's card. Leo rules children. The 5th house, children. Is interesting. I mentioned a childlike, thinking of things in terms, thinking of looking at the change or whatever it was that you were feeling a bit daunted about, looking at it from a sense of childlike wonder, right? Instead of, oh my God, change. Think of it as, oh my God, change, right? So it might be your inner child that message is referring to. Give me some more messages for my cardinal signs. All right, so we have ask your angels. All right, so when in doubt, like I said, you got a whole team around you. You're not out here by yourself. Rely on your spiritual tools. Within the next few weeks, romance. A new romantic cycle begins. Are y'all kidding me? Within the next few weeks, romance. Okay. We have no need to worry. There's something better. I see no need to worry. There's something better. Perfect timing. Right? The star. Trusting the timing. Meditation brings answers. I am not saying anything more. Rely on y'all's spiritual tools. In the near future, meditation brings answers. Take action. I'm going to get a Lenormand message for you, and that will be the end of y'all's message. Let's see what else comes through for my cardinal sign spirit guides. These cards are so small, it's kind of hard to shuffle them. But they're so cute. All right, spirit guides, what are the messages for my cardinals? Make it clear, please. What's the message for my cardinal signs? Okay, so you got the tree. The message for my cardinal signs, please. And the scythe. The tree and the scythe. All right, so listen, stress. Be very mindful of how stress could create illness. Okay, there's a need. Again, use your spiritual tools to come out of a sense of stress and anxiety and worry. All right. What's happening here is there's healing, but the healing is coming with the change, separating the wheat from the chaff. All right. The healing is clearing out things. It might also be that y'all need to detox in some way. There's a need to detox. All right, you got the 7 of Hearts and the Jack of Diamonds. So it might be a need to detox, to clear out, so that your mind is clear. Remember, your gut is your mind, right? It's your second brain. So if your gut is messed up, and we just came off of December and overindulging, and January, some people find January a bit difficult. So they again might overindulge in drinking or drugs or whatever the case may be. So there might be a need for you to detox. But that's your message, my cardinal signs. Drop a comment and let me know. Give me a thumbs up. Go watch some videos in the playlist somewhere here. Until your next message, my loves, be well.